you know, I kind of just want to go back to bed and do nothing all day, but I do have one major to do today, which is I haven't done any laundry since I got back from Coachella. Now, I also haven't been feeling like great. You know, it's also my birthday in a few days. You know, it's sort of like a downer almost. And I think part of it is like it sort of makes you reevaluate like where you are at life. You know, I'm sure I'm not the only one who feels like this, but sometimes it's you feel sort of behind on like certain milestones. You feel like you should be at a certain place by, you know, the age you're at. There's always like something where, you know, you could be doing a little bit better, you know. Also, before I do my laundry, I have to go to the bank to get quarters. Yeah, I don't think it's too much like career-wise I feel that way necessarily, because, you know, I'm kind of on a path. But I think it's kind of more like socially. You know, I moved to New York and started residency in 2020, in sort of like the middle of the beginning of the COVID pandemic. I'm gonna go back up and get an umbrella real quick. It is raining quite a bit. This is pretty much where I used to live when I first moved. I mean, it's raining like so much. There's still, you know, people out and, you know, doing things, because I mean, it's Times Square. You know, so basically, you know, when I first moved, I never went outside, like, at all. You know, I was scared of, you know, catching COVID and bringing it back, you know, to my sister, or, you know, catching COVID somewhere and bringing it to my patients, or spreading it to my coworkers. And basically, for a year, I just, like, never went outside. You know, I didn't get my hair cut. And, you know, that winter was also, like, super snowy. I think it was, like, one of the snowiest winters like the past like 10 years or something like that. I mean, if you could imagine like these streets being like absolutely completely empty, and all of the stores being boarded up, because, you know, June 2020 when I first moved was also around the time of like the George Floyd protest, and then realizing I have to start working in like the ICUs. It really felt like it was the end of the world or something. You know, I'm not gonna act like my experience was like unique at all, because, you know, I was only like one of like millions of people who were working probably during that pandemic. But, you know, it was like a really sort of like dark period for me. Yeah, I mean, I like saw things that I like never like would have imagined to have seen. You know, things that I like never forget. You know, I also remember getting my COVID vaccine in December 2020. You know, the reason I was part of like that first round was because you know, I was working in the ICUs at that time. You know, I know like it passed clinical trials and everything, but, you know, it's still a little bit like we were the guinea pigs. But, you know, I was sort of like, it's a sacrifice that's, you know, worth making. Even if, you know, there is some sort of side effect, because it's for the good of, you know, everyone. Which sort of made me like very bitter when other people were sort of saying that they weren't going to get the vaccine, you know, much later than I got the vaccine. Plenty of people had already gotten it at the time, like including people like me. Just made me like really bitter, and felt like wow, like some people really just don't care about other people. But then, yeah, like by the end of like maybe the beginning of 2021 into like the end of 2021, people were sort of, you know, out and about again. Like I was like looking at them, sort of being jealous, I think. Also like kind of like bitter again, being like, you know, why can't people just stay inside for like a few more months? Yeah, but obviously, you know, that's not how things panned out. COVID sort of became, you know, less severe and we kind of just accepted that that was going to be the new norm, which is fine. From the beginning, a lot of people had the sense that that was going to be the case anyways. Eventually, things just gradually returned back to normal. The clouds sort of like cleared. I sort of like looked around and felt like I was like very sort of like alone. Even though I had moved to the city like over like almost like 2 years at that point, which is like I hadn't met anybody in the city. Damn, like I hadn't really explored the city or met people. So I've been really trying to sort of like put myself out there. Recently I've been like going out even like by myself to like concerts and things like that. I think that's kind of what I meant by being a little bit behind socially in terms of where I want to be at this point in my life. Since every other weekend I've been trying to be going out, meet people. I think I'm gonna sort of take this weekend off a little bit and just kind of do my own thing today. Actually, I did not feel like making that walk back, so I'm just gonna take this away.